Morning, everybody. This video is going to be rather brief. I'm struggling with some kind of cough, cold, something or other that my son picked up from daycare, and I'm coughing quite a lot. So this is going to be a very brief video. A couple of things. I want to remind you about the Unslut Project, which we are having here at the university on Tuesday, March 8th, 6:30 in the Luther Auditorium. Please, if you're on campus or in town, if you can make it, and if you're not too far away, if you can make it, we'd love to have you. It's going to be an awesome event. Also happens to be International Women's Day. And then rather than talking about the video clip and the article, what I am going to do is address some concerns about the assignment. If you are struggling along and don't happen to have it done in time, or are finding that it's taking a little bit longer than usual, please just contact me and let me know. I'm happy for you to take an extra day or two so that you can do a good job and hand in something that you feel good about. The easiest way for me to maybe explain it and clarify what some people seem to, most of you I think, seem to be struggling with, is what you want to do is focus on something very specific that is part of a larger whole. Okay, this is the easiest way to kind of understand this, so that as you look at the specific, you learn things about this, which is a whole unto itself, right? It's also is a part of a larger whole. And so as you examine this, you can't help but learn some things about the larger context. So in the example that's given in your assignment, talks about Mary Two Acts Early, right? And so because of who she was and the work that she did, you're going to learn some very specific things about her, right? That are specific to her. The work that she did, what her identity was, how it related to the work that she did. But in tandem to that is all kinds of things about Canada, about settler society, about colonization in Canada. And as a result of that, sort of the larger overarching issues that might be relevant to this class, as indicated in the assignment, are like race, gender, how they interact to produce particular conditions. And so you might apply, say, a post-colonial lens, or there's any number of ways you could go after it. I've spoken to a couple of students and explained that maybe the best way to think about this in terms of how you structure it, you can use headings for each section as it's laid out in the assignment. That's perfectly fine. I was trying to get through it without that. It's perfectly fine with me. Think about this like a scientific experiment. So at the beginning, there's an issue that you're thinking about, and you have some issue statements or questions, right, related to that particular thing. You're going to do the experiment. It's like a hypothesis kind of, right? You're going to do an experiment, and from that data, probably there will be some more questions, right? Some different questions, because you will have learned some things about your subject matter during the course of the experiment. Okay, similarly in this assignment, you're thinking about a specific kind of issue, right? Kind of a narrow focus. You're going to lay out some issue statements or questions, right, that you're looking to examine. Then you're going to do a literature review. And that's like the experiment. It's your data. So from that are going to come some new research questions, right? Because now you know some things from your sources that perhaps you didn't know before. And so that's maybe shaped the shape of what you were thinking, and perhaps wanting to investigate or research has changed a little bit now that you have that information. And so your research questions will come out of the literature review. And then the final step, of course, is to offer your interpretation, right? To interpret your data, to give your assessment, if you will, of what you've learned about your issue through your source material. And not just your issue, but kind of the larger surrounding context, right? I hope that helps to clear up a few things. You can contact me if you need to, but I'm going to send out an email quickly and ask that all of you watch this video and see if that doesn't help to clarify things a little bit. The students that I've been able to have a conversation with seem to have found that helpful, and it's very difficult to know how to email that out. So the specific issue is always tied to something larger, and in looking at that specific, you should be able to learn something about its larger environment, its larger context. And some of those things, given that you're going to choose your own issue, should be things related to this class: race, identity, gender, this kind of thing. And you pick one epistemological location and approach it from that particular place. Okay, if you need to, send me an email. Otherwise, good luck, And I will see you back here, hopefully in a much less croaky voice and with less coughing happening next week. Okay, take care.